to give you an update here. As you can tell, I'm taking the intake and stuff off of that because it was leaking oil. And I changed the rear valve cover and the front valve cover. As you can tell, they're different. That's Chevrolet's recall on these. I guess it's leaking oil. They only changed the front, not the back. So I had new intake gaskets and valve cover gaskets on the old engine. So I took all of it off of this engine. I checked the gaskets and stuff. They're good on the valve covers and the intake, which I'm going to use on that one. So I got to run down to the store, get some RTV sealant so I can reseal the corner of the block and heads. And we'll get this one back on. This one's a lot cleaner, better condition than the old one there. You can see. I guess the people that had this engine, you can tell the difference between their intake. It's real carbon, dirty, whatnot. And this is the one that came originally off the stock motor. As you can see, this one was well kept, clean, and whatnot. I'll show you the valves. They look pretty decent. The whole inside of the engine looks real good. Can't complain. I'm glad the people kept up with that one. And as you can tell on this one's not too bad. It's a little bit dirtier than the other one, but let's go to AutoZone, get some RTV sealant, get this sealed, put back together so we can get it inside the car. Alright, so we got the engine all back together. We got the intake and the valve covers and the original alternator bracket, all that stuff. Had to swap over my engine mount bracket pieces. Right now, I'm working on the oil adapter, trying to get the old gasket off. The one for the Buick was different than the one for the Monte Carlo, so we'll get that swapped out and get ready to put the car or the motor back in the car. So I did change the 3 spark plugs on the back, and I'm gonna do the front ones right now, get those out of the way, then we'll lift it up, slide the car over, get it together, and hopefully put some fire to this engine tonight. So stay tuned, let me get that done, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got the engine in finally. As you can tell, it's all in there right now. It fought me a little bit to get it all in there. I didn't realize there was a lot of difference in between the LeSable and the Monte Carlo. Let me find it here. But as you can see, I had to change the oil pan and the pickup tube because they were totally different. That way I can put my motor mount on, because the Monte Carlo, it's kind of got a dip underneath the pan, and LeSable is just a flat edge oil pan. So I got all that done. My daughter helped me get the engine in. She manned the engine lift and the floor jack for the transmission. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna let it heat up a little bit in here and get these bell housing bolts right in here and start hooking everything back up. Shouldn't take too long to get everything back together. So I'll get back with you here in a minute. I'm gonna get this stuff hooked up, get the brackets and all that put in, and go from there. All right, so we had another hiccup here, and I'm gonna show you the hiccup that I ran into. As you can tell, the exhaust manifold for the rear, let me flip this around here that way. As you can see, this one came off the LeSable, This one is the original one for the Monte Carlo. And I tried to hook up the downpipe, and as you can tell, the one in the Monte Carlo's in the middle, and the one for the LeSable is off to the side. So that's another part that I had to change out on this little hiccup of this whole process. But luckily all the bolts came out real good, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the original one back on and get this finished up. Alrighty then, I got everything all buckled up, as you can see, and it's all wired. I put the brand new AC condenser that came in the mail today. Got that new, and my new radiator that I ordered. Both of them were damaged. As you can see, that's the old condenser. It's all chewed up and ain't no good, so that's why I ordered a new one. Radiator was cracked on the back side, so I got that new. So let's drop this radiator in, fill it full of antifreeze, and I got maybe 3 or 4 little other pieces I got to hook up, and we'll be ready to fire up. So let me drop this in and we'll start it. All right, I got everything all hooked up, the antifreeze put in, and we're about to do the very first start up on this car. So let me put the phone down here and we'll put some power to it. You can see it starts up. Well, a little rough there. I may have a plug wire crossed or something. This one sounds a lot better than the other one. This one ain't knocking on the side of the block, so I'm gonna let it run a little bit, build up some heat, check the antifreeze and all, and should turn out to be pretty good. Now I do got to turn off. Damn it. Alright, we have a slight hiccup. As you can see, it's leaking oil out of the oil filter adapter there. I've lost about a quart of oil. So I'm gonna have to take that back off. I guess I'm gonna have to reseal it because it's just pouring out from in there. Alright, we finally got the engine running. Had a few little hiccups down here at the oil adapter. Thing was leaking oil. I had to take that off and reseal that. As you can see, the dry shaft is out. I had to fix that. The boot came off of it, so I had to go down to the store and get a hose clamp. But it runs, people. It runs. Smooth running engine. I can't believe how smooth it is, honestly. But as you can tell, it's smoking a little bit, burning off a little bit of oil. hooked up while I was touching the manifolds and everything else. So I'm gonna let it run here for a little bit and get everything up to operational temperature and go from there. So I conclude this project of the Monte Carlo. It runs like it's supposed to, and the wife is going to be very, very happy it's back up and running. So thanks for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, comment below. I do have another project card I'm going to start on here in the next week or two, and stay tuned for updates on that one. Again, thank you.